Okay, hello ladies and one gentleman back there. Today I will be presenting men's rights. Now you all have one question in mind, and that is, how crazy a man should be to talk about men's rights on the International Women's Day. I completely get that. I'd like to start with a quote from my professional wrestler, my idol, called Phil Brooks, as known as CM Punk. And I quote, "What I want is change. I recognize when things suck and I speak my mind. And I would much rather be hated for what I am than loved for something that I'm not." So, this is the quote, this is the philosophy that I live my life by. I'd like to start with a question, a simple question that I'd like to ask all of you. Which are the two following things do you care about the most? First, is it men's rights? Second, or is it a simple lipstick? Now that I have your attention, men's rights have always been neglected by the society and by the media. It has always been neglected that when a man stands up and talks about his rights, he will be vilified, he will be hated, and he will be verbally attacked. This is what I can't understand. This is not equal. This is not equal rights. And they say they don't have the same, rights in the law. But I'm here to say that it's also false. Women have more rights in the name of law. Because you won't see any judge, any lawyers, you won't see anyone who talks the truth. 63% of men are being punished more when it comes to jail sentences, and they get harsher punishments. You don't see any feminists talk about equality then, because it serves women. Gender discrimination, positive discrimination, only serves women, not us men. And I'm completely against that. Another thing, when you count the numbers, the rape numbers in the jails, you will see that almost same number when it comes to men and women are being raped. Men are being raped in the prisons. And you won't see anyone, feminists or most men, talk about it too. Because if a man talks, he will be objectified, vilified, verbally attacked. Now, I don't want you to think of me as a woman hater, as a misogynist, which I'm not. I'm a poet, I love women. I praise them a lot. But when I praise women, when I make them goddesses, nobody says, "We're not that great, just stop it." They love it. But when we somehow criticize them, even though we are right or not, we will be verbally attacked as men. And there's also a marriage fraud that I want to talk about. Put yourself in the man's shoe. You are getting married. And if that man somehow wants to divorce, he will take half of your stuff. He will get the kids if you have one. And you will also pay him money, alimony. Would you be completely agreeable to that marriage fraud? This is a one-sided bargain. And I know that a wise mind should see that this is unequal. This isn't right. This is a fraud, as I call it. But I'm not against marriage too. There's nothing wrong with domestic life. There's nothing wrong about it. And woman says, the feminist says, we are being oppressed by men. We are being oppressed, we are being ruled by the patriarchy. And I'm here to say, I'm sorry, but this is also a woman's fault. You may ask, why? How is it our fault that men are oppressing us? Because when you want to get married, you pick men that are taller than you, that are older than you, that are stronger than you, that makes more money. These are attractive qualities, and this is totally acceptable. But don't wait for that man to respect you as equal. Because why? To that man, you're not as smart as him, You are not as strong as him. You are not as tall as him. You don't make the same amount of money. This is also women's fault. Don't blame the men for that. Because women wants to be ruled. It's not men. It's not men. You pick your partners to that idea. You should change that. You can change that. You can be the voice for women. You can't just run around and say we want equality. I'm here to say women even have more in the name of positive discrimination. It happens. It happens everywhere. You go up, you go somewhere, women are being praised. They are being praised more than men. So that's why I call feminism hypocrisy. Because where hypocrisy begins, the reality will end. It's not right. It's not right in this day and age to say that we are not equals. We are being held back by the men. There's also a workplace scenario. They say they don't give us jobs. They say there are more male CEOs than there are for women. I'm here to say that you all just want to be CEOs. Of course, everybody would like to get a job at Amazon, Facebook, Google, but nobody talks about nobody says, I want to go and work in the constructional site. I want to die with men in the mines. Men are dying on dangerous jobs. And nobody talks about equality then. Because men somehow deserve that. Women, in the name of media and public, they are being praised as fragile. They think they are fragile and they should be praised, caressed. They should be treated with positive discrimination. This is what leads to problems. Because when I see women, when I see them talk and say, we are not equals, we are being oppressed, I totally feel sorry. And I know this isn't right. It's not right. It's not our fault, it's nobody's fault. We should just accept that we are biologically different. There's nothing wrong with domestic life. There's nothing wrong with sitting at home and taking care of your children. This is something to be respected. But when you say, we can't work, we can't go to take jobs, we don't become CEOs, it's not men's fault. You can work as hard, you can't just have your cake and eat it too. You have to put your time in it, put work in it. Hard work is the key. And there is also, this feminism becomes as a misandry, which is a man hate towards men. The misandry is when a man talks about women, like I do right now, for some reason, he will be, as I said, vilified and hated. No matter if he is right, nobody will care if he, if he puts good research, true information, nobody cares. They just say, you can't talk about women like that. No, you're just a man, you're exaggerating. And I'm here to say that this is completely false. So, what I say is, we can become equals again. But this time, as a man, I think that we should be equals. That I say, women have more rights. Women are being discriminated positively against men. And if you want equality too, then yes, we can work it out. You can just go up and say, we don't want positive discrimination, we want to work at dangerous jobs. You can say that. But when you spend your life after 20 partying and try to settle down after 30, don't blame anyone else. Because a man goes through a lot in his life. Just imagine, if someone from Tesla Electronics comes to me and says, just live your life, after 30, we will give you a job. No matter what you do, no matter who you are. I will live my life happily. This is what marriage is for women. It's a safe bet. It's right there. It is right there. You have that right. You have a stress of your life. I'm just here to say, put yourself in a man's shoes. He has to work hard. He has to feed a family to have a peaceful home. Just put ourselves in someone else's shoes. Don't focus on the genders. And I hope that men's right will also be your concern, just like this lipstick is every day of your concern. Thank you for listening.